So the other day we were talking about a story where I came across a situation where I wished I knew CPR. It was a woman in the middle of the street and she wasn't breathing and I didn't know CPR. Thank God somebody was there that did and handled the situation. And we put it out and started talking about it on the radio. And Kathy responded from CPR for You. And she's in the studio. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming. This is so important. And so many of us, we think we know what to do, but then when it's a high-pressure situation, we freeze and we don't know what to do.
Well, I'm going to teach you today how to do it so easily you won't have any problems with that.
All right.
Now, there's also there's babies. There's different versions you have to know.
How many types of humans are there?
Yeah, there's babies. Give me some specimen here.
Well, we have 3 different categories. We have adults that have gone through puberty. We have children after they celebrated their first birthday through puberty, and then infants that first year of life.
Okay.
See, I knew something.
You were good.
I didn't know. That just happened to be a coincidence. What is the biggest? I know Mackenzie had a couple questions, but I want to know what is the biggest question you get from people as far as CPR? Like, what's the biggest one people ask?
Can I hurt the patient?
I was just going to ask that. I'm always scared I would hurt someone rather than help them.
You've got to remember, if you're doing CPR, their heart has stopped. And they are
dying,
therefore,
right?
they are already dead. If their heart has stopped, they're dead. So when you do compressions, yes, you'll crack ribs. But if you can get the heart started, they will be grateful they have a broken rib.
So you're saying doing something is better than doing nothing at all?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you're not going to get a guy that was saved, come back and be like, hey, man, I appreciate you saving me, but I got a couple cracked ribs. No one's going to do that.
The Oregon Good Samaritan law will protect you for that.
That's amazing. Mackenzie, what were the questions that you had?
Well, and mine was more in regard to, as a mommy, about choking and stuff. I freak out because kids, they pop the grapes. I know Lucy puts Legos in her mouth and I'm like, no! But as a mom, I wanted to see if we could go over that a little bit too, about what to do when your child is choking and it's lodged. And I always thought pat, pat, pat on the back, but I know that can actually make it worse.
With an infant, you can pat them on the back.
Okay, but
That's
she's
the
5 years
recommended
old.
way. So if they're 5 years old, you're going to use the old-fashioned Heimlich maneuver. We
Okay.
call it the abdominal thrust.
It's like a super big hug from behind.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lots of
Okay.
times.
This may seem awkward, but when I'm in the shower, I like to eat candy. I had a thought
doesn't, right?
the other day, because I'm by myself in the shower, I had a thought, what if I choke on the candy? And then I saw the corner of the counter, of our countertop, and I remember an old Full House episode or something where they gave the Heimlich to themselves using the countertop.
You can use anything at that height to basically throw yourself against it. And you don't want to do it right on the corner because that could injure yourself. But on the side of the countertop would work.
I think the right answer is only eat Lifesavers because they got the hole in the middle of it.
Gummy
You can't
bears.
die
Is that
eating
why?
Lifesavers, yeah.
Shut up.
Cotton candy, but just don't get it wet with the water, but that'll dissolve. You can't choke on
Is
that.
that real? That's not why
That's why they're called Lifesavers.
Okay.
you
I don't
can't-
believe
you
it.
can't choke on a-
I don't believe it. Okay, well, you mentioned about it's different with infants, children, and adults. You brought a couple. I don't like calling them dummies because I'm sure they're very
What'd you
smart
call them?
people.
I
Insulting.
called them dolls. Is
They're
that inappropriate?
mannequins.
Mannequins.
You brought a couple over. Would you mind if, maybe myself and Jake and maybe Mackenzie popped in? I just want to know where to push.
Absolutely.
That's why. Okay, I'm coming over. I want to push down.
I know the big one kind of looks like David Beckham if you're interested, Mackenzie, if you want to get in
I
there
will
close,
say
yeah.
this little baby's wearing mommy's little shopper onesie, and I had this for Lucy when she was a baby. Imagine that, this actual onesie.
Are you going to get all emotional during this? I mean,
I
are you
am.
okay?
Can I take this
All right,
baby
hook
home?
me up here. What am I doing?
Okay, we want to make sure that we put our hands in the lower half of the breastbone. That's just below the armpits. Okay? We're going to put our strong hand.
I'm going to be honest. My first normal reaction would be over here just for safety reasons. But I'm going to do what you're
Grope the
telling
mannequin?
me.
He's groping the mannequin. One hand on top of the other. And then you're going to be above the mannequin, pushing down with your upper body strength until you get 2 inches deep. And we want to use the tempo of Staying Alive. The song.
No way, really?
Nice.
We can-
Song
we
by
can-
the Bee Gees.
Okay.
We can cue that up. We can
All right,
cue
we're
that
going
up.
to cue that
Okay,
up
here
right
we
now. Here we go. Ha, 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 ha. Staying alive.
Faster.
Staying alive. I'll be your backup. Stay alive.
No, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it.
I like that he was shaking his booty as well,
Sure.
when he was doing
That's
that.
key.
And a cute booty at that.
Okay.
You just don't want to go too fast. If
Okay.
you go too fast, the heart doesn't have a chance to refill with blood so that when you push again, the blood is being transferred to the brain.
Okay.
And can you? Oh, go ahead. I'm
Is
sorry.
staying alive, that's a coincidence, right? That can't be
Well,
They weren't thinking that when they wrote that, right? The Bee Gees?
No,
They're like,
I have a friend who uses another one bites the dust. I don't.
Oh, that's not
let's
good.
stick
Come
with
on,
staying
now.
alive. That's our goal
Can
here.
you show Mackenzie real quick on the infant since she has a younger child and probably going to have another one?
Can we do like a choking scenario? I don't know why I'm so freaked out.
All right,
by
you
this.
guys are at Olive Garden on a breadstick. All of a sudden,
If you've got an infant, you want to hold them so their head is below their behind.
Okay.
Securely jaw hold because you don't want shaken baby syndrome, and then smack them between the elbows.
You're kind of doing the
blades.
football hold here.
The football hold.
Right.
5 times. If that doesn't do it, we're going to roll them over and do 5 chest thrusts.
Okay.
Got
And
it.
repeat.
Can I practice?
Do it, Mackenzie. You got this. You got it.
Mackenzie
Okay, here
grabs
she
the
goes.
baby.
Okay, so I
Football
pretend
hold.
this is a football.
holding it like a mother.
Yep.
Okay.
Down the
and
10-yard
then
line.
Marshawn Lynch.
I smack hard.
Go beast
Hard
mode.
enough.
I feel
hard
bad
enough
like I'm
to
beating
knock
this
it
baby.
loose.
Okay.
Hard enough to knock it loose. There you go.
Get
Oh,
out.
you're smack. That's
It's
good.
okay.
That's good. The
And then if the
breadstick just
baby's
came
like,
out.
what if the baby's turning purple then?
Well,
Or
if
like,
the baby stops responding, we're going to turn him over
okay.
and begin CPR.
And then do I do 2 fingers? Is that correct? Okay, and then just right here? Mm-hmm. Okay.
God, that would be so scary.
No kidding.
Now, what would I do differently for a 5-year-old?
5-year-old, you're going to treat like an older child and do the Heimlich maneuver.
Okay.
Okay, and that's a fist just above the belly button, grasping with the other hand, pulling in and up sharply enough to force the air out of the lungs.
Now, what if I see Jake choking and he's bigger than me? Can I still give him the Heimlich?
You can.
Are you sure you can get your arms around
Let me
me?
try.
I'm big.
If it's somebody who is really obese or 8 or 9
someone
months
who's really
pregnant,
obese.
She said F.
If it's someone who's really obese. All right, Mackenzie's going over. She got
Down
her hands
above the
around
belly
Jake.
button.
Around the belly button.
Right here?
All right, give him the Heimlich. Wait, can you Heimlich if he's alive?
that's yes, you
Okay.
want
Sure,
to.
knock
They're
yourself out,
choking.
yeah.
Well, no, he's not choking, is what I'm saying.
You
I
don't
can-
want to
I
pull
can
so
act,
hard
though.
you hurt
Okay,
him.
test Heimlich. Hit it.
Right here, though?
Uh-huh.
Ready?
Oh, she's Heimliching. No! I'm going to tell his wife.
Let's make me throw up. That
Oh,
was
yeah, I
good.
heard it. I heard he almost threw up. That's
I
so
can feel
cool.
him sweating through his blazer.
That's so cool.
Hey,
Kathy,
fat people sweat. That's
I
going to be
saved
the
your
deal.
life.
Thank you, Mackenzie.
Kathy,
I owe you my life.
you are the best. Now you're going to stay after and actually really certify us. So we're going to actually be certified if anything does happen, and you guys are around our show. Just know we will be able to save you.
That is very true.
And if somebody's listening and wants to be certified as well, because like Chunky happened with the other day where he was just encountered the situation where he didn't know what to do, how do we get in touch with you?
Well, my website is CPR for you with .info. That's all, just the letters, the CPR and the number 4 and the letter U .info. I can also be found at the Class Connector website at the American Heart Association.
Oh, cool.
And if there's one thing you want people to take away, to know, and to feel confident about in the situation, what would that be?
Something is better than nothing, and it's not as hard as we want to expect it to be.
Don't panic.
Yeah, break a rib, save a cowboy.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, Kathy, thank you so much for coming in, and hopefully, I'm going to say, hopefully you are going to save somebody's life. They'll hear this and they're going to remember what to do, and maybe they'll be in a situation where they'll need it and they'll be able to execute thanks to you and CPR, the number 4, the letter U .info. Thanks, Kathy.
You're welcome. Thank you.